hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Neo Dark Origin, it's going to be SNOW versus herO here in a PvZ for our entertainment and enjoyment. Top left, it's going to be SNOW, our blue Protoss player. And in the bottom right, it is a red Zerg. It is herO. Alright, man, so PvZ here, sent in by RJB, an incredible PvZ. Figure we've been neglecting this matchup a little bit recently, but I did cast an epic level killer versus motive game on the 25th of this month, just a couple of days ago. So if you missed it, go back and watch it, man. It goes down to the wire. It features Guardians and Dark Archons and all sorts of crazy stuff that we don't usually see, and it's long and it's macro. And I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't like it if you are liking the PvZ matchup. So go watch it if you haven't already. So, again, a PvZ with herO and SNOW, both SSL participants, both still alive at the time of this recording. I'm not going to tell you when I'm recording it, because I don't want to spoil anything, man. It's going to be an hang on a second, a 9 pool here opening for herO. It's going to be a 9 pool. Alright, so we got ourselves a gateway here. That's not exactly great against the 9 pool. Extractor tricking. Here is herO to get 10 drones out of 9 supply available by making an extractor, making a drone, and then canceling the extractor. So he is out for blood here on this 2-player map. And the probe says, aha, you haven't expanded yet. That means there are Zerglings in my future, and I can block your hatch. Ha 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 ha, says SNOW. herO says, joke's on you, I don't even have 300 minerals. But now I do, making 2 sets of lings, making 3 sets of lings, and not having 300 minerals now. Yeah, so he is winning this. And that means the probe has to stay away from this drone so that we can expand. Oh my gosh, the micro! And then throws down a pylon. Oh. SNOW, you are so good. You are so terrifying, man. Both of these players' favorites to win SSL number 1, which is just, again, rebranded ASL. So, yeah. If he couldn't get this down, man, GG. GG indeed. So, Zealot already on the way and out. He's got himself 2 kills. Papa, papa. Okay, well, he's down. Got some hits off on those lings. The more bruised up they are, the better it is for his friend Zealot to get out here and try to get something done against the incoming lings. And my gosh, the guts to expand here. Look at this. Are you just giving up on this? You can't just let this gateway. This ling's like, are we supposed to be attacking this? Oh, they're waiting for a Zealot to pop out. Dude, herO knew exactly what point on that gateway that Zealot would pop out. That's crazy good. That's crazy good. These two, I told you, these 2 players, man, favorites to win an SSL. Favorites. If you saw these names and didn't tell yourself, wow, gotta watch this one, I don't know what to tell you. But you are here watching it. I don't know, maybe you saw this and you're like, meh, I guess herO and SNOW, and then clicked on it. I suppose that could have happened with you. But anyway, simulator coming in from SNOW, second base, totally fine. He's not worried about anything at all. Probe here to see, are we ling flooding? No, not even close. 1 more set of lings is in production, probably to chase you away in particular, Senor or Senora Probe. Phew, so what's going on? Oh, I saw Beetlejuice this week. It was a lot of fun. I think it's better than the original Beetlejuice movie, which is hard to do with a sequel, man. So, if you liked the first Beetlejuice, you thought it was a fun time, then this is, I think, a more fun time. It's a little bit more of a tighter, more focused experience than the first movie is, which I think is true for most 80s movies versus movies made in 2004, right? I think that's fair to say. Or I guess 90s movies. I don't know. When the heck did Beetlejuice come out originally? Whatever. Anyway, 1.5 thumbs up from Falcon. Not quite 2 thumbs up. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And pretty fun. Alright, well, Zealots are over here trying to cause all sorts of problems for herO, but there's enough lings out to make sure that's not going to happen. Fantastic. Dude, more zealots are coming out. We're not doing the Bisu strategy of sending zealots at the Zerg until they die, are we? This is herO we're playing against here, sir. This is not, I don't know. Oh, I don't want to name any Zergs now to like, offend them. Good scout on that Hydra Den, though, Mr. Zealot. You did a good thing. And then making sure he can't get behind the mineral line, but then he shunted him into the mineral line. And he bruises up some of these drones, but none of them actually die. Look at the bruising on these boys. So you forced a lot of lings out here from herO, and he's like, well, I guess I might as well go try to pressure a little bit. And then a cannon comes up just at the right time from Snow. This guy, man. He is so annoying to play against. He must be so annoying to play against. You're like, well, I'm here with my lings, and he's like, my cannon is coming up just in the nick of time. Stargate's on the way to harass your overlords, so you better make some Hydralisks. And yeah, I mean, herO is going to do that anyway, but still, it's annoying to be dictated to. Ooh, he just canceled eggs that were making lings and changed them into new eggs that are making Hydras. Can't change them, they go away. But I guess he had a couple more larvae there ready to turn into eggs that were making Hydras. Neat. Hydra range upgrade coming in first, which you... Wait, is that first? Hydras, are you fast? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're just getting upgrades for Hydras. Going for a bust, not a terrible thing to try here. Never really has been, right? Right. Yeah, and again, these things were made in response to the millions zealots that were sent down. herO would have never made this many lings except for the zealot pressure. So, if Snow's like, why are there so many Zerglings? This is annoying. You brought this on yourself, man. As this Overlord's gonna die. It's about 41 or 42 hits from a Corsair to kill an Overlord. Yeah, yeah. Attack into our cannons. Are you... No! herO! herO, no. Do not attack into these cannons. I mean, okay, you know what? The Hydras are pretty good against cannons. And they're ranged and stuff. So, sure. Both cannons die. Another cannon comes up just in the nick of time here. Hydra's getting a little bit greedy, trying to go after that third cannon, but they're taking zealot hits. They're taking probe hits. Dude, that was a really, really tight hold there from Snow. 9, the +1 attack upgrade is excellent by herO. That is excellent by herO. I know I already said that, but yo. Alright, alright. Again, a silly number of cannons must be produced here. Tasteless said that in the most recent SSL cast. If you're dealing with a Hydra bus, you must make a silly number of cannons. Look at these probes fighting, too. It was about twice as many workers for the Protoss compared to the Zerg. Okay, probe snipe. Gateway gonna die. It's gonna make one last... No, it doesn't make the final zealot. Another cannon gets sniped, but guess who made a silly number of cannons? That's right, Snow did. This is nuts. This Corsair casually has 1 kill, getting a 2-for-1 special here on these Overlords. Nope, Hydras, make sure that doesn't happen. 1 Overlord, yes, not 2. And Snow might have 33 probes, but 6 of them are hanging out, 7 of them are hanging out here to body block these Hydras from jumping on these cannons, killing them, and winning the game. Another Forge coming in. Oh, more Gateways on the way. Again, Gateway Forge died here at the front. Hydras are looking pretty nasty. Corsair continues to live. Still only has a couple kills. Not exactly on fire with those Overlord snipes as of yet. So now it's a 3-basing Zerg versus a 2-basing Protoss. The contain is real. If you had another maybe 10 Hydras, I think you could probably do this, which is why an additional pylon's being produced. We'll probably see another cannon coming up here as well. This Corsair is providing double duty, trying to kill Overlords and scouting to see what's coming in next. Hatch, lair, macro hatch, and an evolution chamber on the way from the Zerg. We got even more gateways in production now by Snow. And working on that +1 ground attack again, which was so cruelly denied by the Hydra bust there. So place your bets. At this stage, I think herO is ahead. Right? He's got 3 bases. He's close in worker count, which is never what you want to see if you're a Protoss, is the enemy Zerg being close in worker count at 10 minutes. You want to be up. You want to be significantly up. And if you're not, it doesn't feel good. Man, a Muta tech switch here would be kind of incredible. Because there's really only one Corsair, and Snow is not making more of those. He might do that. There was an amazing TVZ between Barracks and I think the Zerg was herO. Speak of the devil. And Barracks, herO did an incredible muta tech switch in the middle of the game against Barracks trying to go mech. And like, it was awesome. It killed a bunch of tanks. I'm not going to tell you if he won the game or not because that's super spoilery, but man, I hadn't seen that big of a tech switch in a while. Zealots rolling into the third base here with more macro hatches. Every drone that dies, major victory. 2 drones down. 3 drones killed by that Zealot before he gets killed by the Hydras. I mean, that's what happens when you don't have any attack upgrades for your Hydralisks. Takes a little bit too long to kill the Zealot that's murdering your drones. Yeah, 3 kills on this Corsair now. Very proud of him. Is Snow. Whew. So Lurker aspect's on the way. Aspire is coming in. I think herO has noticed the complete lack of Corsairs here from Snow. He's putting his cash into Zealots and High Templar, 4 at a time, in fact, and Singularity Charge and Dragoons to deal with the Lurkers that he knows must be coming soon. Maybe not as soon as he expects, because it's not even halfway done yet, but it's getting there nevertheless. Spire. He's still working on that Spire. Dude, a muta. Okay. A muta play here by herO would honestly be incredible. And I don't know how Snow isn't just making a couple more Corsairs just to kind of keep that off the table. Ooh, surround attempt? Oh, look at these Zealots slipping the noose there. Went for the surround attempt, and the Zealots, I don't know if they sniffed it out or if the Corsair saw it. But man, that was really, really sneaky by Snow. Third base coming in at 12 minutes, maybe later than you want, but when you get Hydra busted, you're a little bit paranoid at taking your third base before you have enough Storm and Zealots to protect it, and that's what Snow has now. Observatory on the way, Scourge being produced, so he's using the Spire for Scourge to snipe observers rather than going into mutas. He doesn't have a ton. He's got enough gas to kind of make 6 or 7 mutas here. Maybe even 8 mutas? Dude, sniping High Templar. Storm's not done yet. I thought he had made Storm already. He was making High Templar like 3 minutes ago, and he hadn't started Storm? Archons, I guess? No, they're still hanging out. They're generating energy. Like, they'll all have enough energy for 2 Storms by the time Storm finishes. But for now, they're paperweights. And actually, I kind of feel like if herO knew these High Templar didn't have Storm yet, he'd probably go for it. He'd probably go for an attack on the natural base or the third base, and there wouldn't be any Storm. And then Snow would die, but he doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know, man. He doesn't know that Storm was delayed until 13 minutes. Okay, it started at 12, but still. Yeah, so Overlord sees what's poking up over here, says, what's up, what's up? Pull up. Okay, man. So this is Hydra Lurker, Hydra Lurker, Hydra Lurker against Speedlots with +1 attack, a ton of Dragoons, and at least 6 High Templar with enough energy for 2 Storms. Nope, this is not it, herO. No, herO. You just donated like 5 Hydralisks and 2 Lurkers for that. Don't push in there. Stop pushing in here. Maybe if this push is happening at the same time, though? Yeah. Nope. Attacking into a choke like that. I love that Snow leaves a couple Zealots over here that are like, hey, just going to make sure you can't run by. And then, yeah, all these Hydras are in a lot of trouble. Lurkers are getting some decent hits off, and that Observer didn't actually get sniped. So, hey, that was nice. More Storm coming in. 105 to 96 total supply. Protoss is up, but his third base is getting sniped. No, it's not. The guys managed to come over and save it, and the Storms are good. The Storms are good. A 4th base is up from herO. Let's see if he can keep this ball rolling. Dude, he needs to snipe these obs. I guess there's no Lurkers here. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, he invested a ton of Hydra and Lurker to kill that third base. This was a terrible angle to attack from. The Zealots covering this bridge were awesome. Reinforcements coming down from the natural base were really big too. And the amount of storm, I mean, herO basically waited until the second storm was done to mount his attack, and that was bad news bears for him. Really, really terrible news for him. He's making 9 more Lurkers, man. He is not interested in going up to Hive anytime soon, it feels like. He could. At any point right now, he could throw down a Queen's Nest and be fine. But he's down 131 to 97 supply. Worker count is even, which is okay at this stage of the game. I think for both players, they're feeling all right about it. +2 attack on the Hydras. It's +2/+1 here for Snow on his ground units. And there we go. A Queen's Nest does get fired up, so he is going to be going into Hive here. But for now, he's got to make his Hydra and Lurkers do what they can. Maybe don't just straight up lose a Lurker for nothing, though. That's not a great start for your Lurker guys there. And I don't know, maybe Snow wants to expand here too. That's probably the smartest place for him to take a 4th base. You got a high ground you can protect against incoming Zergy Zergs. All is well. All is well. And Hive's getting fired up. Okay, so we're going to get into late game here. This when the Zerg player finally gets into tier 3, that's when I kind of feel like it's late game in this matchup. Anyway, good Lurker spread. Always excellent when you're dealing with a Protoss of Snow's caliber. Is how good's your Lurker spread? 1 storm can hit 1 Lurker at a time. He tried to hit 2 Lurkers. You saw that. You saw that positioning. You were like, oh, he tried. He tried for it. All right, Lurkers. Continuing to spine in here. I don't know if there's enough Zerg. He's making more Lurkers, which is really, really useful. But he's down 150 to 105 supply. His Lings don't have Adrenal, right? He doesn't have any Dark Swarm. He doesn't have any Plague. It's largely a Dragoon army, and they're going to trade so well against these Lurks, man. Look at these Lurkers. Trying desperately to get the splash damage off that they need to defeat this army, but the Dragoon count is heavy. And Snow's like, thank goodness there isn't any Dark Swarm here, because these Dragoons can fight. You can't fight a Zerg army if Dark Swarm is available with Dragoons, right? Yeah, and that's it. GG. herO taps out. In game 1 of our Sneaky Twofer, we're going to tap in another herO versus Snow game at the end of this, but yo! That was good stuff by Snow. The early Zealot pressure and then dealing with the Ling pressure on the other side pretty well. The Hydra bust is defended, losing a gateway and a forge, denying a +1 attack upgrade, and delaying his 3rd base immensely. But Snow is able to get a bunch of High Templar out and then cheat not getting Storm until they have enough energy for 2 storms each. And then herO assumes Storm is done, doesn't attack, waits until he has a big force, gets in there, and then isn't able to take down a 3rd base either. So, I mean, this game was lost by herO being unable to take down the natural base and being unable to take down the 3rd base. He couldn't do either one. He delayed his Hive in an attempt to bust the Protoss at one of these locations, failed miserably, and that's the GG. It really is, right? Because we're into a ton of Dragoons here, no Dark Swarm, no Plague, and guess what? Dragoons are insanely good against Zerg without those 2 spells available. So GG, man. Snow is a monster. And based on this game, probably has better odds to win SSL than herO does. 117,000 and 94,000 points in favor of Snow got outproduced, but outkilled by a wider margin. Structures raised 9-0 by herO, but that doesn't tell the whole story, does it? And this is way too close for comfort for a Zerg. If you get outspent, or if you outspend a Protoss player by, I mean, all of 200 resources, 230 resources, exactly 238. So 238 resources in a 17-minute game? Nope. Not going to happen. He was too late on his 4th base, too late on saturating his 3rd base. Snow's 3rd base was up and running quite nicely, never actually died. That would have changed everything. But that's the end of the game. herO taps, and that's a GG. Awesome. So that was good. That was some really, 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 really good PvZ out of snow. Enjoy game number 2. We're going to pop that up here now, but until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, all at /Falcon Paladin. Enjoy game 2.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the sword.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's snow, and it's herO. Here on Eclipse, top right, gonna be our red Protoss player. It's snow. Possibly the best player in the world right now, according to his recent performance, man. In the bottom left, it's gonna be herO, an excellent Zerg player. I think he's top 10 in the ELO rankings at this very moment. RJB, post them in the Brood War channel of my Discord server. If you want to hang out with other Brood War fans, including myself, I'm pretty much there when I'm awake. Waking hours, Falcon is in the Discord server. So if you want a link to it, let me know. I think I'll put one in the description. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. And yeah, man. It is a PvZ here for you today from RJB. You know him. It's RJB. Have I talked about him enough on this channel that you know who that is without me, like, telling you what's important about RJB? Maybe so. Also, maybe not. All right, probe coming in. See what's going on. Recognizing, okay, this is a pull first extractor trick into 10 out of 9 available supply. This is going to be early ling pressure out of herO, which is why you scout, so that you can know to throw down a forge instead of going something crazy like Nexus first. Or honestly, even Gateway here would be maybe a little bit too dangerous based on the timings. Anyway, probe's going to hang out, see what's going on, make sure you don't cancel that pool and then go hatch, which would be a really weird thing to do. I don't think that would make any sense for herO, but hey, probe's going to harass, probe's going to try to slow this down. Yeah, pull some drones off a little bit, right? Oh yeah, pull some drone off, slow down the ability to get lings out. There's a pair of lings, but at this stage, don't invest a bunch into zerglings. Right? Because there's a cannon coming up before these lings even pop out of their eggs. Ready for this? Cannon. Ready for this? Pop. See, it's close, but it was still there. Second base coming in from the Zerg. He's just, you know, this is just safe, I guess. Safe and sound. Got an Overlord in the mix there too, so he's not supply blocked forever, which is always nice. And once the first cannon is started, the expansion comes up quite nicely here. So, all is well here in PvZ Town, I gotta say. This is why you scout Protoss. If you're not scouting your Zerg opponents, why? I guess all I would say is, porque. Ooh, fast third base. Oh, I like it. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that's what's going on. He just caught a whiff of the forge. But what you can do is go pool first, probe scouts you, you say this forces the Protoss player to go into a forge expand opening. And with the Forge Expand opening, he can't do jack all against your fast third. So get a fast third. Get a fast third before your gas. Why not? Not going to worry about that. This probe has gotten so much scouting today. In StarCraft 2, lings are faster on creep than they are off creep, which allows them to catch up to workers that are inside their base as long as they're on creep. Oh my gosh, that probe is so close to dead, but it's going to regen. No, it didn't. Probe goes down. I don't think the probe knows about this third base, but by the lateness of the gas and the lack of any other further tech like a Hydra Den, gotta know there's a third base up there, man. Must be aware of it. Hydra Den is on the way as soon as that probe dies. Looks like herO's gonna maybe try to go. I don't know. Zealot heading across the map just to force some zlings, some zerglings here out of the Zerg player. All Zerg wants to do right now is drone. Although his Hydra Den is done, so maybe he wants to make some Hydras eventually here too. Stargate coming in, +1 ground weapons, researching. Zealot heading back home. You can take down can do it. You could take down 2 Zerglings, but I guess maybe he's worried about more showing up, or he just wants to join with his bro up here. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. There's a couple lings running around, bro. Yeah, I know, bro. We can take him, bro. Yeah, bro. We got him, bro. They're bro zealots. They say bro with every sentence. I guess when they're talking to each other, maybe they don't use the word bro when they're talking to, like, their enemy. Like, I shall destroy you. And they probably don't call them bro at that point. But anyway, a bunch of Hydras from herO, as is their wont. Zerg players, they can do this. They can also go for a Spire if they want. They can go for 100 Zerglings, which has a tough time busting through a wall like this. We don't see that as much. Zerglings just trying to keep an eye on this. Zealot legs would be good. Citadel is finishing up. That +1 attack is excellent for these Zealots. They're going to be fighting Hydras soon. And this is fairly blind out of snow. I mean, at this point, now he knows there's Hydras. But I don't think before this point he knew Hydras existed. Right? That's what that first Corsair is for. It's for scouting purposes. It's for killing overlords. But maybe almost its primary purpose, this first Corsair's job, is to scout. Hydra range is getting researched here. This is looking tough for Snow. And he loses the gateway. Oh, denying that +1 upgrade. I think the Zealots are going to try to save that. He's trying to get it without taking shots from these cannons. It's proving more difficult. Without that range upgrade, that might actually buy enough time for this to finish. Or the Corsair. Why are you... What? Don't go home. Don't go home. Why are... Oh, these drones are transferring. Are they... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, the Zealots are coming out to save their +1 attack upgrade, and they got it. They came out just far enough. Just far enough so that it finished. But it was a near thing, man. Zealot leg enhancements are on the way. God, that +1 attack going down would have been disastrous for Snow. Macro hatchet. Evolution chamber here at the natural base for the Zerg, who is on 27 drones to 39 probes. Another macro hatch and another macro hatch from herO. You know how much Falcon loves a good macro hatch. herO has found his way to my heart today with the power of the macroeconomic hatchery. That's the full name of it. It's not just macro hatch. Macroeconomic theory of the more larvae available to you as a Zerg player, the faster you can make stuff. Including drones, including Hydralisks, and including things like, I don't know, maybe you want some Scourge in this game where there are Corsairs. I don't know. Templar Archives coming in. Snow recognizing, I'm going to need some Storm at some point. This is Hydras. I did not scout a Spire at all, so this is definitely Hydras. Speed lots with +1 jumping on our boys. And the Corsairs taking the opportunity to wipe out that Overlord at the front here, while the Hydras are all busy getting massacred by these really chunky Zealots. Wow, that was tough. And they're faster. Look at this faster, too. Man, Zealots are good. Zealots with speed and +1. One of the best units in the first 10 minutes of any game, I swear. Any game with Protoss. +1 speed lots are crazy powerful. I mean, they're not going to deal with Sunkens and Lurkers very well, especially if they're set up defensively, but still. Storm's on the way. Faster Overlord movement, getting research. Corsairs trying to find... Ooh, that was bait. These Hydras are like, no, how about you not kill this Overlord? He is our friend. Yeah, Storm's coming in, but not here yet. It's going to be a minute. There is actually a Dark Templar in production, which, you know, it's your prerogative. You can make a Dark Templar if you want, Snow. I'm down with it. Can support this wholeheartedly. 12 more Hydras, 13 more Hydras. Is this pure Hydra? He's not even getting Lurker aspect today. What is going on here from herO? He's got to tech into Lurkers soon, right? Doesn't he? Isn't he like morally required to do it? Who knows? Who knows? But Mass Hydra versus Lurker is a tough look. This is a 4th base coming up left side from herO before Snow is even starting his 3rd base, probably here. That is the traditional 3rd base location on Eclipse. DT No, definitely not DT. Oh my gosh, he got out of there. He just had to run, but he did. Zealots, where did you come from, says herO. Oh no, there's no Sunkens and no Lurkers at this base at all. Hang on, reinforcing Hydras, joining the party, and the Zealots are like, okay, that's too many Hydras. That's a scary number of Hydras. They don't have any attack or armor upgrades, but they've got speed, they've got range, their numbers are good. And Lurker Aspect gets started. Okay, Dragoons added into the mix, Singularity Charge coming in, even before Lurker Aspect is done. Shows you kind of how late traditionally the Lurker stuff is. I really feel like Snow is anticipating Lurkers now, as opposed to, you know, in 2 minutes or so. This is so many Hydralisks. This is Hydra Fest 2024, man. This is all of the Hydralisks known to Zerg kind. Corsairs. Again, we didn't make a lot of Corsairs. Just a couple of them. Zealots trying to bust into the natural base. Not really enough of them to make a dent there. And then one of the Corsairs goes down, and this attempt to get a third base by Snow is not going well for him. So, alright. This Hydra stuff for herO is working pretty well. He's got so many Hydras. He's got 102 supply to 95. And he's down 5 workers, which means he's got a ginormous Hydra army. They are 1 supply. They are really, really good and cheap. You can make 1 million of them. Look at this Hydra. Just doing a little patrol here. There you go. Get out of my way. Eggs. Where's the first storm of the day going to be? Right now? There it is. Storm of the day. Second storm of the day. Third. Nope. No third storm of the Third storm of the day. I lied. There was a third storm of the day, and that's exactly what helped Snow survive that Hydralisk onslaught, man. Storm. The greatest of all equalizers in the world. I'd really like to see herO tech up to a Hive, like now. Queen's Nest would be so good, but so many of these PVZs, man. Even recent PVZs. These aren't old. This is an RJB replay, which means it's from the last couple years. Maybe 3 years ago, but this is current meta stuff. Where it's just like Zergs feel like Hydra Lurker is all you ever need to defeat a Protoss. And we don't need tier 3, even though they're on T3, and that is sort of true. You can beat a Protoss player who is on Storm if you don't have, you know, defilers of your own. But it really helps to have 3 bases against their 4 bases, you know? Also, man, herO does not believe in Sunkens at all. And that, honestly, let's be real, that's part of what's allowing him to get this much stuff. This many Ling, this many Hydralisk, is because he's not investing any drones into Sunkens. He invested drones into macro hatches. And he's doing another macro hatch. herO, you're a madman. Dude, this is the last Corsair. Keeping him alive is sort of important. 139 to 124 supply. Snow is now up. He's down in worker count, 49 to 51. But he's got a much bigger army than the Zerg player does. Plus, he's got splash damage. And I guess splash is available on these Lurkers, too, in all fairness. But the Lurkers are dying to the Zealots. Observers putting in some work here, too. herO trying to get a nice surround on this from the top side. But the bottom side is completely broken open for herO. So there's an escape vector here from Snow that's really not even a problem. Oh, that's a killer storm. Anytime you can storm a giant group of Hydras that are all clumped together willy-nilly, you know you're having a pretty good time. Pretty good time with it. Alright, that Corsair might actually die here, but the third base is up from Snow, and enough Zealots are here to intercept and shut it down that it is not really under any threat from this Zerg invasion. Yeah, these Zealots are just kicking butt, taking names. That's what they're here for. That's what they're doing. They have +2 armor. In addition to the +1 they naturally have. That's really, really good at this stage of the game. Once they start getting plagued, less important. But for now, ooh, it is a Queen's Nest. All right. Zerg players everywhere are like, all right, herO. It's time. It is time for you to get up to a Hive and start using Hivey things. Lair stuff is good, but there's a timer on it. And there is. And there was forever. Snow, using the high ground as much as he can here. Dragoons trade okay against Lings if they can kill them before they close. Ling, he's not sending everything because if he knows if he does that, he's going to get stormed into oblivion. So he's trying to bait storms out here by sending smaller groups of units in. There you go. A storm on a lurker is exactly what herO's looking for here. He's trying to spread his lurkers out, although these guys are clumped right together, which is not ideal. Great storm there. Catching a Hydralisk. Oh, maybe getting one of these lurkers too, possibly. Yeah, he's not just storming, right? Oh, another attempt on the surround. Catching two of the High Templar. Huge get by herO. Sniping those High Templar for free was massive. And Snow's got to back out. herO knows the power of surrounds. But it's not really as well. It's kind of a surround, I guess. The north side's getting obliterated. The southern side isn't doing particularly well, but these Dragoons are going to die unless they run. And one of them escaped thanks to the running strategy. Okay, new base, fourth. Down the right side here by Snow. An Archon in the mix. Just mostly in case Dark Swarms start popping up. Hive is on the way at 15 minutes. Good snipe on that Obs. Good Obs snipe. 146 to 120. Snow is still up. Overlord's dying. They need to be here for detection purposes and scouting, but them dying is a massive setback for any Zerg player. He's making more lurkers, more DTs being added into this. herO, I think, wants to expand top left, which would be very cool for him. Hydra lurker setting up shop. Yeah, this has been no Sunkens, no lurkers defensively at all. All of his lurker stuff has been out on the map, trying to push, trying to deal with middle attacks. Right, there you go. Adrenal on the way, Defiler Mound coming in. Zerg players everywhere are like, all right, let's go. Let's do this thing. These lurkers, their effectiveness is a lot less when they are dealing with Dragoons. If there's no Dark Swarm on them, and this is just Snow with just sheer power, sheer numbers here. Now, I do say this is where the Dark Swarm should be today. Dragoons are just way too powerful otherwise if you don't have any of the Dark Swarm protecting these lurkers. The Protoss obviously still has Storm and still has Zealots and Archons to run inside that Dark Swarm and do okay. But the Dragoons are completely taken out of the equation, and if the Dark Swarm isn't there, then Dragoons just kind of sit back and pick off lurkers from distance. That's another one down. These Lings can't even close in here, despite the fact that they have Adrenal. There just aren't enough of them to make it happen. That Archon gets wiped out. Another lurker down, another lurker down. 156 to 84 supply. Consume's getting researched, but it feels like it's too late. This is just Snow macroing his face off. Getting upgrades, getting what he needs, getting Storm. He's 2-2 on his ground units now. The Lings are at +1/+1 and Adrenal. The Hydras are at 2-1. Just not enough. Not enough Hydras. Zealots. Look how many shots it takes from Hydras to kill a Zealot. Hydras attack quickly, in all fairness. It's not like it's a slow attack for them, but still. Another Archon going to be summoned in here on the battlefield. This is always risky, but Snow's going to give it a shot here anyway. 156 to 94 supply. Protoss is up, but Consume is done. Couple Dark Swarms here, especially defensively, would be amazing. And where are his Defilers? Is he producing Defilers? Does he have any? What the heck? herO, where are your Defilers, friend? This attack is really strong. 176 supply from Snow. Reinforcing Hydras are getting sniped. Well, and High Templar are getting sniped here. Is there enough from herO to shut this down? I don't know, man. This is where having no Sunkens is kind of a problem when the Protoss shows up on your front door. And it's just like, oh, okay. I don't have to worry about static defense at all. That's pretty great. That Archon gets target fire. These Adrenalings doing okay against these Zealots. But this group is still going to town. So many drones are dead at the natural base. The hatchery's going to fall, and Snow. Oh, it's a GG herO. Taps out, and Snow is your winner here in 19 minutes and 39 seconds. What a crazy, crazy, crazy game there from herO. He really, man, he did the thing. Right? He did the thing where he was like, I can win with Hydro Lurker. And you know what? You can. But there's a timer on it. And then when he realized it wasn't going to work, there was too much tier 3, too many upgrades here from the Protoss. He needed Plague, he needed Dark Storm. He started going for it, but it was too late. It was just simply too late. And not a single Dark Storm got tossed down. Not a single Plague happened. Plague hadn't been researched yet, but Consume had. And I don't know, I really feel like a Dark Swarm here would have been amazing. He was handling the Zealots fairly well. The Dragoons, though, 14 kill Dragoon, man. 20 kill Dragoon. What did I say about Dragoons when there's no Dark Swarm? They have great range. They hit hard. What else do you want from a unit in an RTS? Yeah, 8 kills, 20 kills, 5 kills, 14 kills, and 11 on the Dragoons in this fight. Did I say 18? I might have already. I don't know. Yeah, that is some incredibly efficient Dragoon play, and that is all to the power of the absolutely no Dark Swarm whatsoever. Wow. That was, man, that's just Snow. I don't think he did anything special here. He kind of delayed his third base, but then he got his third base and his fourth base pretty quickly after the other one. And then was aggressive. Was like, all right, defending against Dark Swarm is terrible on my bases, so we're going to leave some High Templar here, but we're going to move out. And we're going to try to take it to the Zerg. And he totally did. And he kept waiting for Dark Swarm to pop, waiting for Dark Swarm to pop, waiting for it to show up. It never did. And he's like, oh, well, all right, I'm up 70 supply. Let's go get that win. And he did. Amazing plays out of Snow. 134,000 points, 168,000 points. Snow wins that one. Got outproduced by more than 2-to-1 ratio, but the kill-death ratio is about a 4-to-1 here in favor of Snow. So, yep, incredibly cost-efficient. We saw those Dragoons. We saw those Dragoons at the end of the game. Crazy stuff. 4-to-3 buildings raised. All those building raisings happened at the first part of the game with the Hydras on the Gateway and on the Forge, right? And then herO did outspend Snow, but only by about 2,500 resources in 20 minutes. Not quite enough. Not quite enough to pull that off, and just no tech to really back it up either. So, GG. That's what we're looking at. That's what Snow fans are here for, and that's going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.